All right, let's talk about something that trips up so many people learning English, the three used tos. They look pretty much the same, they sound the same, but they mean completely different things. So today, we're going to solve this puzzle for good. Right? I mean, look at these. I used to work there. This key is used for working. I'm getting used to working here. It's confusing. One's about the past, another is about what a key does, and the last one is about adapting to something new. It is a classic trap, but once you see the logic, it all just clicks.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. I promise, by the time we're done with this, you are going to feel totally confident using all three of these. First up, let's tackle the most common one. This is all about looking back at the past. You can think of this version of used to as your own personal time machine. It's for talking about things that were true, but aren't anymore. So, the most important thing to get here is that this phrase always has a little ghost of "but not anymore" attached to it. It's all about creating that contrast between then and now. It's your way of saying a past reality is officially over. Now, take a close look at the grammar. You see that key detail? When you make it a question or a negative, the D on used just disappears. It becomes used to. Why? Well, because did and didn't are already doing the heavy lifting for the past tense. It's a small detail, but getting it right makes you sound so much more natural. This is a perfect example of a past habit. Listening to vinyl was something that happened again and again, but as the sentence clearly tells us, it's over now. The phrase used to just captures that change perfectly. And here we see a past state. The building wasn't doing an action repeatedly. Its actual identity was a theater. It was a continuous situation that's now completely different. So used to works for states, not just actions. Okay, you ready to level up a little? Let's look at a really subtle point, the difference between used to and would when talking about the past.
So here's the deal. Used to is the flexible one. It works for habits and states. Would, on the other hand, only works for past habits. For example, you can say, every summer we would go to the lake. But you can't say, I would be shy. Sounds wrong, doesn't it? That's because being shy is a state, not a repeated action. So for that, you've got to use, I used to be shy.
All right, let's switch gears completely. We're done with people's pasts. Now we're going to talk about an object's purpose. This is where be used for comes into play. This one is actually super straightforward. It's a way to answer the simple question, what does this thing do, or what's it for? The focus here is 100% on the object and its job. Okay, I know, it's a bit of a sciencey example, but it makes the point perfectly. What is a spectrometer's purpose? It is used for analyzing. That's its function. You'll see this structure all the time in technical writing and instruction manuals. And hey, another little pro tip for you on this one. You actually have a bit of flexibility here, which is always nice to know. So when you're talking about an object's purpose, you can say a crane is used for lifting or it's used to lift. Both are 100% correct and mean the exact same thing. The ing version is just really common when you're describing the general function of a tool. And that brings us to number 3, our final phrase. This one is totally different. It's all about the personal journey of adapting to something new. The key word here is process. Get used to is all about the journey. It's that in-between phase when something goes from feeling weird and difficult to feeling normal. It's the whole experience of getting comfortable with something. You can really feel the journey in this sentence, can't you? It implies there was a struggle, that it took time, but eventually the speaker adapted. The process is now complete, and the night shifts feel normal. But hold on, there is one more crucial distinction we've got to make here. You can't confuse get used to with its very close cousin, be used to. And here's the difference, plain and simple. Getting used to is the journey. Am used to is the destination. If I say I'm getting used to the spicy food, I'm still in the process. It's still a challenge. But if I say I am used to the spicy food, it means I've arrived. It's normal for me now. Journey versus destination. Okay, so we've broken them all down. Now let's put them all side by side so you can see the whole picture at once. This right here, this is the slide to remember. It's the 3 Ps. Used to is about the past. Be used for is about purpose, and get used to is about the process. Past, purpose, process. If you can just lock those 3 words in your brain, you've got this. So, quick pop quiz. Which one fits in the blank here? Well, we're talking about the button's function, its job, its purpose. So it has to be, is used for, starting the engine. Perfect fit.
Let's just hammer it home one last time. Used to equals the past. Be used for equals purpose. Get used to equals the process. Remember those 3 keywords and you will never get these mixed up again. And to finish up, here's a thought. Grammar isn't just about rules. It's about how we describe our own lives. So think about it. What's something you used to do or believe, and what's a new reality that you're getting used to right now? The answer really shows how dynamic our lives and our language truly are. Thanks for joining me.